Time now for This Week in Auto History. We love this segment. Konrad always does it, and it's your turn, sir.
In 1911 this week, a spot of English tea.
Oh.
The English Model T, Ford began in intercontinental production on this week of the first English Ford Model T left the factory in Trafford Park, Manchester, England. The first Ford assembly plant outside of North America. 3 years after production started here, Britain received its first moving assembly line at that plant, allowing the factory to pump out more than 20 Ford Model T cars per hour. The good news is they didn't have Lucas wiring on them, so they all ran. And then 1954 this week, the Ford Thunderbird begins its sales. On the heel of the debut of the Chevrolet Corvette of January 1953, Ford unveiled the concept for the Thunderbird for public use 1 month later. Engineers scrambled hard to take it from concept to production in less than a year after introducing the car. The Ford Thunderbird wowed the public at the Detroit Auto Show in 1954 and then began production October of 1954. In 1975, American stuntman Evel Knievel landed the longest motorcycle jump of his daredevil career. You know, you got to watch him jump 14 buses, clearing 133 feet over 14 Greyhound buses. The jump occurred at Kings Island near Cincinnati, Ohio. Throughout his career, Daredevil Evel Knievel jumped a Harley-Davidson motorcycle more than 75 times. Well, I think he attempted more than 75 times. I think he stuffed it a few times in the middle of there, too. Flying through the air ramp to ramp.
Caesar's Palace.
Yeah, well, that's I remember watching that one. That one ended up bad. In his profession, he had 433 bone fractures, not all at once, but over time. And it earned him a Guinness Book of World Records for the most broken bones in a lifetime.
Ouch.
But I remember, that was ABC Wide World of Sports. They always had whatever the Evel Knievel jump
in slow motion.
Yeah,
the thrill of victory and the agony of defeat.
That's got the ski jumper boy getting hit in the ribs. Oh man!
And then in this week in 1975, John DeLorean founded DeLorean Motor Cars, not with a flux capacitor, but John founded DeLorean Motor Company this week. His company built one single model, the DMC-12, which first appeared as a prototype in October of 1976. DMC began production in 1981 and closed up shop just 2 years later. Although the original design called for a mid-engine, the production car actually had a rear-mounted Peugeot, Renault, Volvo fuel-injected V6 that was anemic, to say the least.
Well, that car's got nice lines.
Yeah, beautiful car, but way underpowered. But it would, what made it famous was the Back to the Future franchise movie. And then in 1980, the last International Harvester Scout was produced.
I hope it wasn't that one with that cattle
guard on the front of it.
Yeah.
And this surprised me. I didn't realize that International ultimately built 532,000 Scouts through the two-decade production run. I had no idea that they had built that many of those.
I need to get some recalls in here, if you don't mind.
And then in 1999, Mr. Bean crashes his McLaren
so he does
F1.
Another one anyway.
Thank you.
Back to you, Don.
Oh, thanks a lot. Let me know.